Hello, my dear football lovers from wherever now they watch me. Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. As on a different location. So today, someone can talk about our transfer business. So when they talk about waiting the sub, if Arsenal will sign any player for this January, Abidjan like this, we go day. So all our mates go sign players. We go just do like this. We no go sign anybody. Now what will someone can discuss about today? So before I go too much, so make I just give una the breaking news, and the breaking news be say Sky Sports Italia, they come outside, they let us know say Juventus and Fiorentina don agree on a fee for Vlahovic to move from Fiorentina over to Juventus, and na 62.8 million pounds. Na Juventus go take carry Vlahovic from Fiorentina go. At the same time, Fiorentina said they reason Basel say they would like to sign Otto Cabral, now Brazilian striker. They want to sign Otto Cabral from Basel, come to Fiorentina, making come replace Vlahovic. So this one means say our things by moonlight, where they all about Vlahovic every day. Vlahovic this, Vlahovic that, Vlahovic speculation, interested. He go come to an end anytime soon. So the guy they go for Juventus, Sky Sports don't announce him. So anytime soon now, the guy go do medical. So now moving forward, what does this mean for us now? All the torchlight this guy matter. Now it don't come to an end. So moving forward now, today now 25. How many days remain? On the 31st now, window go officially they close. So how many people will fit sign for this kind of period do they now? That is why I say make I come around. We could talk, join body, we could talk, we could see how this matter they go. So before I proceed, make I enter comment section, see what people they talk. So Femi Martin dey hail us say hello brother Baba actually for you used to love to say Baba as you see the matter na so me sef I take see am o. OG Pascal Baba good afternoon Baba hail o. Then Akeem Lasisi dey talk say good afternoon Baba will hail you also. Then at the same time Korede Olaleye dey talk say I've already told you yesterday no be today. You guys know Arsenal. Arsenal don't like to be signing players. Then Oga Smile Face dey talk say Chooks, I regard the upgunners, Baba actually for you, get out. So at the same time, Mr. Lecturer dey talk say good evening, Baba. I like you very much for always giving us updates. Thank you for job well done. And I want to ask Mr. Jukes, are you confident Arsenal will sign a striker? Baba, as I dey like this now to answer this question, the confidence, I get more confidence, say Arsenal fit sign. And the reason be say another talking point I want to talk about. As of yesterday, Ateta don fly go America. You know say the team dey on winter break now. They wan go Dubai, go do some kind small holiday, wey dem recover those wey don dey sick. Then at the same time, Ateta don leave this holiday plan. He don fly go America, go for Colorado. He go meet Stan Kroenke. The picture Ateta wey dey for Colorado, he wan go meet Kroenke. Me ask am say, Baba, wetin dey sup now? You no wan make we progress? Bring back, make we buy player again. You know say many people dey blame Ateta, say na Ateta fault, he no wan buy. But most people no realize say you cannot buy without money now. The person wey money never sanction the deal. So that is why Baba don travel go America. I know say that America wey dey, I go dey para for Kroenke say, if you no give me money, Baba, I go resign. I no go do again. Which level start? Some people dey laugh us. Give me money, make we buy player. I believe say na wetin dey sup now. So nobody every day here. I dey with Omolara wey don join us for the studio. So Omolara, I take see this news now. I talk say Vlahovic dey go for Juventus. So now Arsenal go fit comot mind for that matter. How this one enter your body? Lara, be like say Lara get network issue. I no hear, you no hear wetin I dey talk. Samuel, welcome to the show. So we dey talk with our football lovers wey dey here. So we don give breaking news now. Say Sky Sports don announce say Juventus don come. Say they wan carry Vlahovic. They don pay 62.8 million pounds. So all the old torchlight Arsenal don dey chase this guy from beginning. Now the guy don dey go Juventus. And make I even ask you this question: will Arsenal sign a player in January?
Yes, upgunners.
For life.
Arsenal will sign the player. Arsenal will definitely sign the player, and but I don't know how many sha. And again, this Vlahovic matter get as it be. We don dey find out since the beginning of this transfer window. The event just come yesterday. They won't carry am now. So I did very happy say he no go come. Better make he no even come. So we'll find that striker within here. So we go sign player, but I don't know how many. I don't know where, but I know say striking first. We go sign player for this our striking first. And at Juventus, it doesn't they won't go.
Yeah, don't be lying. I didn't want to go. Last time I have done, they get network issues. I don't know whether ETC they hear me. ETC they hear me.
Yeah, they hear.
Some don't get network issues. So I did see this our transfer window so far now. The other people they complain say Arsenal never sign player. Wait till you self get to talk about all these things. And mind you, Ateta don't travel go America, go Colorado, making go meet Stan Kroenke so that they will feel reason 1 or 2. So that go let them say, Baba give us ban, a ban they hold us. If not say ban no day, we'll not sign all these guys now. So I go to see how everything they saw.
Well, now the problem with that now, say anytime they talk about Arsenal signing, they always sign late. And after signing this late now, to integrate those players go hard. You remember when that our former coach before Ateta Emery wanted to sign. They gave him money late to sign, and that thing really affected the team as of them. And hopefully this one will affect Ateta. Maybe traveling to US now to meet the owner, where they will give money. But as it stands now, the striker wanted to sign. Juventus don't hijack him now. So what you go do? Even though I prefer signing strikers from England, especially that Everton striker, Lewis, or the Watkins. These are people that have lifted the intensity of Premier League. So bringing somebody outside Premier League would be a very big problem for Arsenal. For a person to integrate himself, about check him now, he go hard though. So not about bringing strikers, but who will adapt easily to the current tension in EPL.
Yeah. So all right, don't be lying. So I continue for the comment section. I hear what people they talk. So Emmanuel John they talk say I said it earlier that Arsenal will not sign Vlahovic. Then Olawumi Pamilare they talk say I am not sure. Maybe we are going to sign Shao. All right, no wala. Dauda Kena they talk say, oh my beloved Gunners, chai, Baba. Adequate Sulaiman, Adequate they talk say, Baba, I swear I'm speechless. See, why this thing they come as a shock to us? She wouldn't have believed say Arsenal go sign Vlahovic before ni. The guy on the talk from the beginning say, nah, Juventus see won't go. If you don't go Juventus, now Man City say we know if you give a Champions League football. So, well, in short, ETC, are you surprised? Say Arsenal no sign Vlahovic.
There are many comments around that guy when we are talking about signing. Sometimes you hear that the board, that the agent of the guy, that Arsenal have not submitted anything like they want the guy or anything. So, well, it will be like, is all this in just speculation about getting the guy or what? So, well, for me, it's not surprising thing anyway that we decide the guy. And the guy looking at the current situation in Arsenal now, he may not go to Champions League, but I tell you, we will surprise people, sha. But unless we get strikers from EPL, even though some people are already agitating that we should integrate Aubameyang back and all this. So imagine that guy taking Aubameyang back. That may be the last option that we'll go for. And I believe and I pray that Aubameyang get involved easily and do something spectacular. If not, the hope of Arsenal, maybe Conference Cup.
All right, no wala. So AB's XX Lens, they talk say, well, all the best to Edu and his bosses. They're not going to give me high blood pressure. Abiola Sadiq, they talk, good evening, sir. Abiola, they hate you. Freshly Shaka Billions. They talk say we go sign players. Ikechukwu Phillips, Okafor, they greet us, say good afternoon, boss. Baba, will twirl for you. MCDK, they talk say, I don't like Arsenal in markets. They are too poor. Not just poor. They are too slow, and then they like to touchlight person. If they touchlight the person finish, they'll come relax. Other people will come go there, go they sign the person. Femi Martin they talk say Arsenal don't know how to do business. Then Olawumi Pamilare they talk say wait oh shebi we don't link with Otto Cabra before. Why they no link with Otto Cabra? I no hear him. Then Oga lecturer they talk say thanks Baba. Then Ezugu Chika, they talk say, boss, good afternoon. Arsenal never one day they serious for markets. Then CK Manzi, they talk say, Baba, it's a problem to if we don't sign striker, it's a must. Ateta must make sure to buy striker. Now, no be lie, sha. As long as we want end for top 4, we got sign striker. Then signing Nehemiah, they say, I know for sure Arsenal will buy at least a player, Sachukes. You know as they be now till 31st. Because now 31st, then bring Tomiyasu from Bologna. So Olale Korede talk say how to join the show. Then Samson Abel, Arsenal won't sign anybody. Mikel is going to Dubai from America. No, say them there for that Dubai. No, me say they don't fit sign. No, they can't sign. That one not be issue. They be sign player. The player go from that anywhere when they go London Coney, go do medical. As Ateta fit still dey Dubai. Our physios dey London Coney. Now they get people there now. Medical team dey. So that one no be anything. So at the same time, ETC, get what I want to ask now. You know, say Aubameyang don't come back for Arsenal now. A lot of people don't talk say make them forgive him, because if we no fit sign players, then how can we have somebody like Aubameyang? We can't keep him for bench. We are not using him. And we not saying they're better than Lacazette because irrespective of the kind of hold up play where Lacazette they do, or how instead they make pass, or how instead they link up play or anything, he has scored only 3 goals in 20-something matches, which is very, very poor. In fact, I was doing a research. Do you know that in the past 3 seasons, Lacazette no even score up to 15 goals. Last season he scored 13 goals. The season before he scored 10 goals. This season is like the worst of them all. Now he has scored just 3 goals. Don't you think we should bring back Aubameyang to the fold? Like, forgive him. He gets.
Yes, you know, when we are saying about signing strikers, and all this, there is something we are forgetting to consider. They link up midfielders to these strikers because normal Lacazette we know. Lacazette don't used to track back like coming to midfield. Lacazette used to stay with the defender, at least the last man, and that is why he used to box net. But now, because of there is no that midfielder linking to this, and if it's only why I may suggest that Aubameyang should come in is that I can see this Tierney crossing ball, and you know Aubameyang is good at nodding. So Tierney is very good at crossing. So and they should also do the same thing to Tomiyasu. You know, Tomiyasu is not good at that crossing ball for Aubameyang. So the problem Aubameyang was facing is that link up midfield and the side ball for the man. So man used to track back to midfield in depth to collect ball and do passes as if just the thing that is happening to Harry Kane. Harry Kane is almost playing midfield if you check. And that is why it's very hard for him to score. But when you get those people that will give through pass, the pass that can pierce through two defenders, then they cross him. If you bring this guy from the one that is going to Juventus, he has
Vlahovic.
It's not possible. Nobody will give him that thing. I think the only person that is trying to do this is Odegaard now. But Odegaard, you know, not all that strong. So that is things we're supposed to consider as well. Who will give these strikers ball they need to score? Somebody will just be there. Let the chance come first. Then you see how many chances have Aubameyang missed as of then. Talk less of Lacazette. Give them ball first, but nobody to do that. As for now, these are young players that are still learning how to play. They need to bring in a good attacking midfielder. Since we have Partey is a defensive midfielder. Somebody who is a defensive midfielder that can throw away passes. You know what I'm talking about now. Passes that strikers will get. So that is my take.
All right, I know what, but see, where me I get issue. I know where me I get issue now. This Odegaard still they try. At least people they talk say Mo will get midfielder, Mo will get midfielder. Many people they talk Mo will get midfielder, but we are still creating chances. See, check out all the last. Look at this January. I don't think we've even scored any goal for this January. Look at all the matches so we don't play, we will no win. You go see say we create some chances. At the end of the day, now our strikers no bury the chances. Look at the match we play against Burnley. Look at how many chances we Lacazette squander. You know, look at when you talk about Liverpool now. Look at Diogo Jota. Jota no need a midfielder to even give him pass. But back can carry ball, make way for himself. Just dribble, run from outside. Boa. When last you see Lacazette hold ball, dribble from outside balls, cha, move, wipe shot. When last you see that kind of thing, or when last you even see Aubameyang, you know all those kind of things where you are a striker. It is your job. Your job description is for you to go and score, for you to bust nets for us. Your job description is not for you to come to the midfield and give the wingers pass. I don't understand. When I saw the see, they bust my brain, but no Yawasha. Obina sing Koro, they talk say, I said it the last time, that Arsenal will not sign Vlahovic. Arsenal will sign striker, but it will not be any of the mentioned names. That one now, wow. Then Tokpe Shey, they talk say, is it now that he's supposed to be meeting Kroenke? And this is a very good question. Since January 1st, you know that you are supposed to rejuvenate your squad. You know say you're supposed to buy players. You know go meet Kroenke, and you know say you no get money. You know go meet them. Why now? Why be say now you dey go dey meet am? Abi ETC, I see this question.
Well, the question is it's critical, anyway, but the thing is that it's not everything that you meet the person one-on-one due to some issues that may be in the club. And you know, all this while there have been tight schedules in Premier League. Either you play for 4 days, you play games and all those. So you can't just leave the team to go and meet. It's just because of this break now that he had the time to go and meet the man. So it's not. It doesn't really matter if you meet him or you didn't meet him. We have phone calls now. Some people do Zoom and all these things. So, but maybe due to one or two things, because of this break, the man has to go and chill, even if I'm not going to discuss anything. He has to go and chill at least. From there, you can travel to Dubai. Right?
Well, it is well.
Let's wait.
Tokpe Shey, they talk say it does not make any sense. No be lie, Baba. It don't make any sense. I support you on that. Then Mr. Lecturer, they talk say Sachooks, Arsenal won't give Arsenal won't give me a tackle. Almost see, when they don't give you attack. It's just see, if you're a Nigerian in this period now, can't be Arsenal fan. You know they easy. See, as Nigeria don't break a lot of people hearts. You can't be Arsenal now. What they do and steady. Then Abraham they talk say this Arsenal matter. I don't tire me. From my own opinion, I think Arsenal needs to sign 4 good players. But do you think they will sign 4 good players in January? I don't think that is possible. Then Abayami they talk say Isaac is better self for me. Isaac is good. That's true. Isaac self is good though. But the problem I have with Isaac is say Real Sociedad will release Isaac for Arsenal at this period because we have less than 7 days to go. So when themselves will go get their own replacements, what do they think about this Isaac? Can he even come in the first place? Because his buyout clause is about 68 million pounds. So Arsenal will go break the buyout clause. They will negotiate for a lesser fee. How is this going to happen? Or are we seeing Arsenal signing an unknown striker? What we don't know, like an unknown gunman?
I think I like this Isaac to come. I've watched the guy. The guy is good at modding as well. And you know, in Premier League now, there is one invisible thing that is going on. You see all the clubs, they are bringing in top people that make it very hard for short strikers to nod. Take the like of Liverpool, go to Watford, go to West Ham. You see all these people, they are bringing tall defenders so that you can't just not. But when you bring tall strikers as well, they will compete area ball. So I believe even if they want to surprise us that signing somebody we don't know, let it not be within the range of the age range that Arteta is bringing. At least bring people with experience this time around. We've had enough of young players. And even these young players he's bringing in is giving me a concern. Like Arsenal, I know, may not be interested in getting any cup as it stands now. They may be training these guys for 2 years now. You will see massive sales. They will sell them and get their money back. I'm just speculating around this, bringing in young players with cheap money. They may sell them and make their money. They may not be interested in bringing cup to Emirates. That's my own take, Sha.
All right, no one. So Robert J. Emmanuel, they say Arsenal needs to back Arteta. This manager Sabi, this works. He didn't have backup. Arsenal need to sign a striker and defensive midfielder. Okay. Then Michael, they talk say panic buying. Baba don't be panic buying. You don't forget say 31st. Now we'll buy Tomiyasu. At the end of the day, Baba can't turn to Rock of Gibraltar. Baba don't be panic buying, you know. Odune who they talk say I want to join the show, Sachooks. They want to talk something, etc.
Sachooks,
I hear you.
People are complaining. The only thing I got to complain is the idea of signing late. Take the likes of Mourinho. Mourinho doesn't sign players on early now, just late hours. just 11 something. You will hear the model of science. So it's not all about that. But the Coco as we see EPL now, it's all about fiscality. So we need to integrate. If you didn't buy somebody and integrate the person on time, the person will find it very difficult. And you know, fans now, because of social media and all this, they used to, these tackling abusing players used to get to their mental disorder. And that thing is very bad. It's very bad because the way we talk to some of these players, and when they go to online and see all these things, their mental disorder will be down. And so we got to bring people that will adapt easily to the current trend in EPL.
Yeah.
That's my take, sir.
All right. Talk about Shay, they talk say all these things you are talking about Lacazette. I go still talk my mind. No be goal machine. See, me and many people don't make this argument about this Lacazette. People they forget say players they get their peak and players they pass their prime. Why do you think somebody like Luis Suarez they did for Benjamin for Atletico Madrid now, even though in common for Barca, go there help them win league? Because the Diego Simeone don't understand. Say this guy has passed his prime. It happens like that. Why do you think a Man City sold an Aguero or allowed him to leave? That time they never know saying get heart problem. They allowed him to leave to Barcelona on a free transfer. It's because he has passed his prime. Why do you think Lyon allowed a Memphis Depay to leave Lyon and go to Barcelona on a free transfer? Because he has passed his prime. Look at this Lacazette. When Lacazette did for Lyon, Oti, you got a boss net like mad, like for fun. Boss net. As I can go sign and come. When he comes, we still display. But now, you don't be shit packer. See, forget if you say you be Lacazette loyalist. The guy that shit packer now. We know how can you be scoring 3 goals in 20-something matches? Look at Tammy Abraham waiting for Roma. He don't score 12 goals in the last 12 matches. 12 goals in his last 12 in Roma. Who was supposed to sign that time? Fans they say, hey, no good. I mean, it is what you got to talk about this Lacazette matter because most people still they loyal to this guy, forgetting say he has passed his prime and he has overstayed his welcome. We need to bring a new striker to come and bust net for us.
Until you get a good attacking midfielder, then you rate all these strikers. Even Aubameyang, will you say that Aubameyang passed his prime? What about
they whine me. You don't pass now.
But when you still get people, you judge all these strikers when you get people that will link up with them in passes and they are not performing. But when you are not having that, then you expect them to do wonders. No. You see, okay, check Hurricane. I use Hurricane as an example. Check Hurricane. How many goals he not scored this season? Check it now. That is the thing you consider. When you don't have people that will link up these things for you, strikers will be useless. I tell you. Okay, see Smith. Why I love ESR because of that shot that he used to get. That is the only thing. And he's the only person that can do that in Arsenal now, which is very bad. We need another person that can be doing that thing as well. Take the likes of Man City now. If they dribble, and they can't score without tiki-taka, you will see Kevin De Bruyne shooting outside the 10 shot. You will see Cancelo from here shooting. So, but in Arsenal, nobody does that. And I heard, I thought I once time talking about they are training Partey to be shooting from the long range. Is Partey the rightful person to be doing that? Get somebody who is with experience and have the long range shot that will be that attacking midfielder. You will be thinking that you want to pass. You will see the team. You will hit it. Boy. That is the type of attacking midfielder we need now. I swear.
All right. And also many people they bring this perspective, say bring a good midfielder, maybe someone like Medicine or maybe like someone like Sabitzer, a top quality midfielder to give passes to this forward and they will shine. But the little Odegaard and the little Smith Rowe we get, they give them pass and they don't feel score on the platter of gold. Look at Lacazette missed open net against Burnley on a platter of gold, silver, and diamond. He missed it. Chena, the one with which one again the one give him? See, a good striker for me, my definition of a good striker, you don't even need a one-on-one situation for you to score. You need a half chance. When you get, look at a striker like Jamie Vardy. One light alive, we get somebody like Vardy for 1-9, saying that Vardy did that Lacazette position. You got a bust net for fun. That kind of monster in front of goal. I don't know the way I think they see this thing, but anyway, I know Yawa. So Bona thought you could have say Arsenal is the problems of themselves. How can they waste all their time on Vlahovic while there are enough signs that they cannot get him? Exactly. I'm not sure if they will. I'm not sure if they will even. Baba, this is your comments. I'm not sure if they will not even if they will sign. Come on. But you end up with shit pack, Asha. Then Uga reaching as Esther, they say Arsenal is not a team to hope on in times of transfer markets. Okay. That statement is strong. Then Amobi Henry they say Arsenal don't have money again to buy players, but money they see. And you get another research. Do you know that in the top, I think top 6 wealthy owners in England, like club owners, Kroenke follow. The man did it. But he's not spending money. He's part of them.
The man a businessman.
Now what did they shock me? But at the same time, Emmanuel Lezalo returns say Arsenal problem still remains Kroenke, but we'll still go to in short. Let me even come to this thing. ETC, who do we blame? Now we say Ateta don't go Colorado and I don't go America and I don't go meet Kroenke and I say okay. I don't know what it is that they discuss. We just know say in go America go visit Kroenke because journalists snapper. So we all of us just speculate say what he go for. So somebody like me now, they feel saying go let and say, Baba, we need money to buy players. Say the one we will buy for the summer. That rebuilding 5-6 players, they enough. Because don't forget, say as we bring in players, we let some people say go, we release some people for their contracts. So now, at the end of the day, a lot of people are blaming Ateta. Some don't say if we don't end up for top 4, but then fire Ateta, this and that. Who do we blame? Do we blame Ateta? Or do we blame the board? Who do we blame?
Well, Sir Chief, I think for the years I've been supporting Arsenal, there is one thing I've come to realize about Arsenal. Arsenal don't do business like business that will pay in 2 years. No. Arsenal, they do a kind of business that will pay in from 5 years up. And you see, Arsenal is not the type of club that you buy players today and you will sack coach tomorrow because he didn't deliver. You will be seeing what they want to do in future. They will be executing it small. And the best way to do this is bringing small players. That is the likes of Arsene Wenger. Then Arteta also went to coaching training under Guardiola. And you see Guardiola at that time bringing in small players. When these people understand themselves now, it will be very hard. So anybody who is fanning Arsenal and be expecting immediate results, no, you are making a mistake. So, okay, check the likes of Liverpool. It took a club how many years to build Liverpool that is strong as they are today? So you give them time. This was also the problem we have with the Emery. Emery was doing that thing, but little by little. So you can never expect something of like, okay, the likes of Chelsea, they will want, or Man U, they will want immediate results. It's not the philosophy of Arsenal. If you are supporting a club, you have to know their philosophy, what they like, and how they do their business. Don't be surprised, we may not even sign so much outstanding player like top 9 we are looking at. But at the end of the season, or at the end of let me say 2 years, we will produce world-class defender, midfielder, or striker. We do that. That is the philosophy of Arsenal. And that was my problem of is it not possible that Arsenal bringing all these small players? Is it not for business sake? Because Kroenke is a good businessman. At the end of 2 to 3 years now, you will see them say Saka go, Smith Rowe go. Before you know, people we are hoping on, they will just sell all of them and get his money back. And if you like, you kill yourself. That is Arsenal for him. And this is the philosophy the man wants. Because the man, I think he prefers volleyball than football.
No be lie, Baba. What you talk, it makes sense because, like, I think some days ago we did a show. So I asked Baba Sato and I asked Oga Mag to say, don't you think? I want to put the same question to you now and our viewers who they watch us now. You know, say majority of the people they use for our first 11, we just bought them. They've not played before together. Yes. We just bought them. They acclimatize to each other. Okay, make I give you an example. Look at our center back pairing, Ben White and Gabriel Magalhaes. Do you know that Gabriel Magalhaes know they speak English? he speaks Spanish. Ben White know they speak Spanish, he speaks English. They never really blend well. They never really understand themselves very well. Gabriel Magalhaes, they take English classes. So when I look at all these things, look at Lokonga now with the player, he's just playing with the player for the first time. Look at Tomiyasu, he came in on the deadline day, he's just playing for the first time. This is their first season together. Odegaard came and left and came back again. We know really how many times we use that. So when you check out all these things now, I factor in the fact that we don't have a striker, which means we are using like 5-6 players. Ramsdale, that one still the revelation of the season. They play well. Now the question is this: don't you think those that are clamoring for Champions League football, that it is an undue expectation, undue level of high expectation on this team? Because we are coming from 8th position last season. We are coming from 8th position. Now this is a new season. We not even aspire to even go Europa League. We are putting all our hope on Champions League. Like, if we don't go to Champions League, the season is a failure. I don't know. Do you subscribe to that line of thought? Because that is what majority of people are looking at. And I think it is unfair to the team for us to demand for even though Champions League football is a standard, Arsenal need to keep. But I'm thinking it is an unfair expectation. What do you have to say about that? Like I say, TC, no hear my question, not the question why I ask her. But anyway, make I continue. Maybe if you come back, I go ask her. Make I go back to the comment section. Okay, here they talk say I don't think we go buy players. Then Tokpe Shey they talk say our board no just get sense. Then Ajayi Timothy they talk say our bench against Burnley is poor. I hope none of the first team gets serious injury, sha. Then William they talk say which striker Arsenal can sign now. Baba, striker will sign now. They plan to Dominic Calvert-Lewin, Oli Watkins, Isaac. Who else is available? I think those are the people now. Unless one go sign this Brentford striker, Ivan Toney. I think now that one. Then at the same time, the mind they talk say, hello, Miracle, you are welcome to the show. Then Robin Emmanuel they talk say, if we don't be careful, 4 years to come, we didn't make a top 4 because of the way Aston Villa or small clubs they spend. See, make I explain one thing tonight. You see, for the end of the summer now, there will be another rebuild. There will be another rebuilding process because at the end of the summer, you have enough time to scout for players. January is too short. You have just 30 days. Plus, they do shakara here and there. It's too short. I wish they ETC there to answer that question because I think this thing, say all of us when they clamor for Champions League football, don't you think it is an unfair level of high expectation on this club? To ask a club when they even qualify for Europe last season, to now come for this season and demand for Champions League football. If we talk, say, okay, maybe they end up for top 6. No, say, if we end up for top 6, we are going back to Europe. If you talk that one, I can subscribe. But when you say it is only top 4, that should be the holy grail, don't you think, say, now a high level of expectation? Let me know for the comment section. Ibrahim Hamis, they talk about, Baba, if Arsenal cannot buy any players, can't we bring any players back from loan? Guendouzi, our problem is not a midfielder. If you bring back Guendouzi is a midfielder. If you bring back Saliba is a centre back. So what we need now, I know what life for you. If before on the 31st now, say maybe Arsenal can sign just a striker, one striker, only striker, and sign. I would be very, very happy. I no go complain at all. So ETC, welcome back to the show. I don't know why I hear the question why I asked you before you come out.
No. I didn't get the question.
Okay, let me ask you again. See, at the talk, say Arsenal now they finished 8th last season. You get now they can't come this season. Now a lot of people are expecting them to end up in the top 4. You get top 4 or nothing. You get even though we know say Arsenal like club will say normal. We're supposed to go Champions League. I think the last time we went to Champions League like 2015. So now me, I they ask you say, exactly. Don't you think it is an unfair level of high expectation to ask a club where finished 8th last season, when no go Europe, to come for this season to say it is only Champions League or nothing? What of Europa League? If we get Europa League, we can still use it to attract some players to our club because I'm looking at it that the people who won't compete with for this Champions League slot, they have better caliber of players. They have good squad depth compared to us. If you look at teams like maybe Tottenham or Man U have individualistic players in every position. They get like 2 people if you fill up there. Our own partner no day, Shaka no day. We are bleeding, we are crying. So what is your take on this? Don't you think top 4 or nothing is an unfair level of high expectation?
Well, there is this thing I used to tell some of the some of my rivalries or Arsenal rivalries I'm with, especially Man U people and all this. When we are arguing, or some of the even my fellow Arsenal fans, when I talk, I will tell them, they say, we want to go to Champions League. Say, well, with the way we are doing signings these days, do you think that the players we have now can play without disgracing us in Champions League? It's not about going to Champions League. If we go there and collect like 8-0 first leg and all these things, who will blame that time? Or are you telling me that if we go to Champions League, if we qualify for Champions League now, that we are going to buy world-class players or what? I think if we end up going to Europe, I think it's a good advantage for us. From there, we'll now be preparing for Champions League. So when we finally enter Champions League, I think we will look threatening to some other clubs. Not just asking you here, say Arsenal, then you say who are there, what class players, which what class players are there. So not really that going to Champions League, but who will maintain the integrity we used to have as of then. Okay, check the likes of Liverpool for 30 years before they carry Premier League. It's not all about coming to the Champions League that matters, even though there are some money that is involved. But will you still maintain that integrity that you used to have there back then? That Arsenal that used to go to Champions League, can we still maintain that integrity? It's all about building these players first. And that is why I say I always trust the process that Arteta used to talk about. When these players are blend, they will look threatening. They know when to pass, when to score. They can say, just like the likes of Bayern Munich now. If Bayern Munich are playing, you see, they'll be like, okay, in next five minutes now, let's go and score. You see the working. That is the team play. It's not all about buying players. All of them will come with big wages. At the end, if they carry cup or they carry any trophy now, when you remove their wages and the money involved in the cup, you see that the owner maybe not be making any much profit. Take it. Okay, Chelsea that bought all players and all this. If you do plus and minuses now, who is losing? Is it for fan or for the club owner? It's not always for the fans. Why Man U players they don't want to renew their contract? Even the current problem Chelsea people are having. Forget about the fame that people are projecting. They carry up, they carry. Why are some of their players not renewing? Why the board are not interested in renewing their contract? Because they want them to increase. And if you increase their salaries now, it will shut down. What happened to Baka? People have learned this thing. What happened to Baka may happen to them.
Yeah. So
that is it. Okay, if Chelsea is not taking now, the likes of Rodriguez for Chelsea now may not renew his contract. And he will go. Pogba, they don't want to renew. Check these people, they don't want to renew because the club don't want to renew them since they're asking for high pay. After carrying the cup and the money involved in the cup, how will you pay them? And this coronavirus is really affecting so many clubs because people are not much coming, no much advert and all this money they used to take. Where will you pay them? All these are things you will consider. What about bringing players that will play Champions League, going to Champions League and will spend and will not gain? So I think let them concentrate on building the intimacy between the players, build that synergy between the players so that we can look threatening in any competition we are competing. That's my take.
All right, Baba, like what's that deduce for what the things where you talk? You make one point, say this Arsenal now, if we go Champions League with this team, shall we not go disgrace Arsenal? And the thing is factual because when you look at this team now, imagine this season only league and cup we play with a suffer like this. Now imagine say we be one of the people that play league, cup, Champions League. How we for do them? I'm going to travel, go away. If we go Slovakia, if we travel, go Spain or Italia. Osangwa Mohammed they say, I don't understand Mikel Arteta. What is going on? Baba no be Mikel Arteta, you don't understand. You don't understand Kroenke. Now the Kroenke is the cause issue. And then the cause problem. When you Emmanuel they say, Baba, good evening. Your time don't go. I'm fed up at J. Baba nobody you fed up, but time never go. It remains small. It gets. We still get up to 31. Should be very soon now, very soon. All this transfer window 31 will reach. We will forget everything. We'll come to face the reality. Leo, their first, they talk, say, Baba, Arsenal is not a small club now. They're not a small club, but they struggle financially. Then boys, I'm on this comment long ago. Boys, McJaja, they talk, say, bro, you see, if Arsenal don't sign a prolific striker, I will be shocked that we'll end up not even playing for Europe, mark my word. And this is annoying. Look at this guy from Wolves, Traore. Sports is doing everything to get him. How much now? Just 20-25 million pounds. We need bully winger and bully striker. Settle Vlahovic agents. Vlahovic will not pass. You know, if you will talk about Vlahovic again. And get him if he doesn't want to come to Arsenal. Money in today's football is everything. No. We should be tired of thinking that way, bro. We need to be in Europe. I agree with you totally. We need to be in Europe. But Traore, I don't think Traore no be Ateta kind of player. He's not skillful. He's just power and muscle. He's not Ateta's kind of player at all. So Malo Babachuk, you said, see, when I dey young, I dey play ball last song. When I dey Awori, we dey go play FHA now. I play for my school now. So at least I still know ball. I thought they follow for first stack. I think that was 2004, 2005, PS2. I don't want to use swear word, but anybody at the killer. PS1, PS2, anybody at the killer, say football. Can't talk about real life football. So no be today is the football level. Don't think now. We will be chamu now. I know they whine me a bit. Edrin Eruka return say truly the expectation from us, the fans, is too high. Though Arsenal is a big club, but we should start from Europa. Exactly. That's what I'm saying. We the fans now, we follow they put pressure on this team. How can you ask a team that ended up 8th, that struggled to end up 8th, to come this season and give you Champions League football? You don't go first crawl before you waka. You won't just jump. That's what I'm saying. And a lot of people are not seeing it from this perspective. They are just expecting like top 4 or nothing. See, if we say top 4, glory be to God. There was something I said a time back. I said, you could not pursue top 4. Then if we not can get top 4, we could land for top 6. So that we can go to Europa. We can still be in Europe. See, another thing, it is here. Don't you think if to say we qualified for Europa League last season, this transfer window could have been favorable to us. It could have been easier. If we tell players, say, Baba can't join us, he will jadi come. You know, think go that line of top, like say, because we don't get anything Europe to offer anybody. That's why most people, they're reluctant to join us. You never think can go that line.
Well, I was arguing with one Manchester United fan today. You see, some players, they do make mistakes when it comes to the clubs they want to go. If all your target is to go to Champions League and compete and all these things, or be in the club that will go to Champions League, after that, what will happen? You see, we were analyzing the likes of Van der Beek. How can Van der Beek accept going to Man U when you have close to 6 players, midfielders, world-class midfielders, and you think that you bench these players and play? Get to the club that have the vision of going to Champions League, man. Like I'm seeing Arsenal as that kind of a club that will go to Champions League. The likes of Tottenham when they were under Pochettino. If Pochettino has of them with his philosophy, it calls you that you want to come to Tottenham Hotspur after, you will come because of the philosophy, not really because of what they play, but because of the establishment he has done for the club. So someone when you look at some of the coaches or some of the managers, their philosophy, and Arteta is this type of person that want to do things invisible. That is the best way I can describe Arteta for you. You want to do something invisible until you will see it. So players who really want to go to other big clubs for the sake of going to Champions League, are they really played in the Champions League if they go? That should be the question. First of all, go to the place where you get your playing time. Okay, the likes of Tammy Abraham. Some coaches, they know people they want. Immediately, Tammy Abraham was out for market. Moriho cash in immediately and get it again. But don't see it because some coaches are good in grooming players, while some are just good in just using them. And Arteta, Guardiola, Klopp, and Mourinho, these are people that are good in grooming young talents. That is why we still have people that were enjoying their ball today. So this is the things people should look at. It's not all about going to Champions League to attract players. No, it's all about where do we want to be? How do we want to go about it? So we shouldn't use going to Champions League as a criteria. People, fans are speculating to bring in players. If they want to bring in players anyway, just splash money. That is why that Watford coach that they relieved
Ranieri, Claudio Ranieri
was talking about. That is, yes, that when you want to cut that football, this thing, they've spoiled it. When you want to carry cup, what you need is just to splash money in the market. It's not about grooming players that will play to the philosophy of you watching football and enjoying football. This was the first complaint about Premier League as of then, because Chelsea did it now. Splash money everywhere, get players just to win the cup. But are they playing football that when you are watching them, you will be happy? That is the thing. And you know, this is why people, so to say, so many people, they just want to entertain themselves, not really what happened. But because all these things, if you put your mind like it's a must die, you will die before your time. So that's my take, Sha.
As it be like this now, we'll just watch. Hopefully, before this month will run out, Arsenal will sign somebody. Make them make us proud. You get. For me, if we end for Champions League, fine and good. If we don't end for Champions League, at least let's get to Europa. It will make sense. Exactly. And now my prayer, I pray because there's a lot of matches to go, a lot of things to play, but we stand a better chance if we have a complete players. And I know for this winter break, now I think the winter break will last maybe like 17, 18 days. Everybody will supposed to recover, go down recover. So when we are coming back with our normal first level. Everybody there, Tomiyasu for back, Pate Shaka midfield, everybody firing. And hopefully, they go don't forgive Aubameyang so that Baba will continue, because I prefer him. Lacazette is a hard worker. He works harder than Aubameyang. But at the end of the day, as a striker, you are judged based on a number of goals you scored per season. If you like, do 1 million hold-up play. All your hold-up play, how many assists to give? So far, 3 goals, 3 assists. So what's the point? In 20-something matches. So not be about hold-up play. So ATC, we thank you for joining the show. Omalara and Samuel, we don't join us before they begin network issues, so the gas come on. So, and our dear football lovers will join us for the show, our super community members, all of us don't be family. We know certain time we will say we go live now, they always turn up. So see anywhere when they see money to buy data, to they turn up for our show. May God replenish in our pockets in Jesus' name and inshallah. And that's so it will be. So we gotta go now. So for me and the team, inshallah. Amen. Thank you. All right. I get out.